on YouTube, I don't think there's any I left Sony for Lumix videos. So I was like, oh, that'd be niche. So I'm like, yeah, I'll make one of those, I reckon. After years of using the FX3 and the A7R5, I sold it all. And moved to Lumix, and it had nothing to do with brand loyalty or marketing. It was just because Lumix offered me something that I just wasn't getting from Sony, and that was creative freedom. So I used to own, the Lumix FX3, the A7R5, the 24-70, 24-105, and I sold it all because I just was looking at Lumix and was looking at, what you need from a modern day camera, and that's flexibility, the ability to sort of move through different mediums and deliverables and channels, and like open gate combined with how much I love anamorphic imagery and the support that it was giving anamorphic. It was just time to move. Because I do a lot of hybrid work, so a lot of photography and videography, things that go on website banners, aka long way, things go on social media vertically. So I just need to be very flexible and very flexible in my deliverables. So when Lumix started just dropping the hammer and dropping these cameras with open gate and like usable autofocus and everything else, it was just impossible not to think about it. And then the value as well, like I was able to sell my Sony stuff and not really like lose money going to Lumix, and that's a byproduct of Sony holding its value really good, which is a testament to Sony, and then Lumix prices being really good, especially for new kind of innovative tech. And I loved Vlog at first. I found it easier to get the skin tones I wanted versus like Sony S-Log 3, and then Arilog came along and then it went up another level. So it's an investment that's sort of paying off more and more as time goes on because of the updates. And I think I just prefer Lumix Color Science as a base for both photography and videography compared to like Sony color tones. Like you can get awesome results with both obviously, but as far as like the starting foundation and the base, I think I prefer like Lumix's Color Science. The thing that just confuses me end on end is that Sony doesn't do open gate. Like in today's world where you do have to deliver multiple deliverables, aspect ratios, it just doesn't make sense to me, especially because like Lumix use Sony sensors, I think, from what I can tell. It just baffles me because it's the one thing that can sort of be held over them when obviously they've got like class leading autofocus and so much support worldwide. Like it just baffles me that they just don't jump on that train, because in this day and age I just think it's like the most important feature, especially as creatives, for us to do more and wear more and more hats and deliver for more and more projects in more and more ways. I said more and more like 12 times, but that's because we need open gate more and more. As a very naturally shaky human being, having like class leading IBIS as well as IBIS that works with anamorphic, being someone who's obsessed with anamorphic, I couldn't really look past that. Like I love shooting anamorphic. I kind of hate rigging up gimbals and stuff. So the stabilization combined with like the anamorphic support and the anamorphic stabilization, I was just like, my hands were really tired. I rented the S1R Mark II first, and then I was like, yeah, I love this. And then they announced the S1 Mark II, and then I was like, all right, it's a sign, I'm going all in. And then the L mount being on the Pixis 12K almost creates a good sort of tier system for like someone to move up. So obviously I've got the Pixis 12K on order and in L mount, so now I just feel even more comfortable about moving to L mount, because I was worried initially about lens choices and am I going to just be like sort of stuck, like just in case another brand does something good, and another brand did do something good and exciting, and I'm not missing out by being on L mount. So that almost cemented that like it's okay and we're in a good spot here. And as I said in my last video, 2025 is the best time to be a creator. We are in a good spot. But selling all my Sony gear and moving to Lumix was definitely not on my bingo card January 1st, 2025 in the slightest, but yeah, I'm so happy I did. And as far as overheating goes, I got overheating on the A7R5 in Bali, but I haven't had any overheating on the S1 Mark II. So yeah, it's not just creative freedom, but it's confidence that not only can I deliver all these things, that I'll be able to in whatever conditions. I've had the S1R Mark II overheat, but not taking photos, which is kind of what it's mainly designed for. So I'm not too fussed with the S1R2 overheating in video mode, because that's what the S1 Mark II is in my backpack for. Although that FX2 with, you know, all the features I've never wanted just came out, no, I will not go back anytime soon. As with all camera brands, one will be at the top for a while, then it gets toppled, and yeah, you just ride the wave, and it's just fun for us watching them compete, because we get cool and exciting new tech to use while they scramble to the top. And who knows, in 2 years, Canon could be on top again or something. Who knows? So I just love riding the wave and using these tools to better myself and have fun. And before anyone calls me a shill, once again, 2,400 followers. Just got my first gift, which was a filter from Freewell. So yes, I am balling now, but no Lumix sponsor or anything like that. This is purely just how I feel. If you're curious about switching to either of Lumix's like flagship cameras, S1R Mark II or the S1 Mark II, I've got reviews of both cameras on my channel and a bunch of videos using them as they're my everyday use cases. So feel free to have a look and even subscribe if you want. I won't complain.